Hello and welcome to episode number 141. This is week 17 of my weight loss journey. And today we are going to talk about hormones and water weight. But overall, my lessons learned and like how things work out for me. What is my experience in weight loss in the perimenopause and PCOS and insulin resistance. So, in case you're just like you don't know what this is about, I'm talking about I set a goal on 1st of May 2025 to lose 7 kilos. I was 57 kilos, so to go from 57 to 50 kilos. And today I'm in week 17 and today's weight is 52.3 kilos. Last week I was 52.6. I had reached almost my lowest was like 51.6 and it came back up because I did some traveling. So even in this week, I think I would have lost more, but then the weekend happened and a lot of emotional eating happened. So that's why I could just lose 300 grams. And also, I'm premenstrual. So my period is going to come anytime. And yes, when I was 57, at that time, my period was like fully crazy. I was having period almost every 15, 20 days for like years. So once I started eating, reduced the carbohydrate and started exercising, period became clockwork. So period has become clockwork. That is like a big win and that keeps me in the game. I still want to lose 2 more kilos. I want to go to BMI around 21 for my height. So I would have been like, if, I truly believe that, even if I overeat on the weekends, like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday also, even if I eat healthy on 4 days, I will lose weight. Now that could not happen. Like I would have been lesser weight, but yesterday from 3:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. I ate a lot of carbohydrates. And yesterday was a special scenario. It was first day of my daughter's school and just like felt very I just felt out of place and there were a lot of thoughts which were coming and they just like snowballed, negative emotions snowballed, and I just went for food constantly. So um, I was like, this is a pattern most people who emotionally eat have where they start eating emotionally and then they start feeling shame and then it just snowballs and you just keep eating, eating, eating until you sleep and that's when it stops. So that's what happened to me. Um, so today I am 52.3 and let's look at what happened exactly. Like let's look at it systematically. So there was a plan which I had given myself that this is how I'm gonna eat. And of that, what worked was basically I drank my first liter of water every morning that I do. Every day I did that. I was sipping on electrolytes throughout the day, and I think I had 2.5 liters of water every day for 7 days. There were some days when I tasted Mia's food, the food which I make for her, which is like high in carbohydrates, but I didn't eat beyond tasting. So before I used to just like keep on snacking, eat her leftovers and stuff. That did not happen. So that worked. Apart from that, I started feeling hunger again because most times like if there is hunger has started to happen, that means the carbohydrate has been more and you're craving now, especially if you don't eat at that time and still the hunger is coming, craving is coming, is because of the previous carb rich meals. But I started feeling that hunger. I was also having neck pain, which is part of my keto flu, which happens for me when I transition from carbohydrates as energy source into fat stores. So I do know that I went into that keto flu. Couple of times I was like shaky, I was like feeling cold. All of that was happening. And now I think it has happened so many times for me that I think I'm okay. I'm not scared of it. And at the same time, I want to reach a place where I just don't experience keto flu, but I'm like regularly just using my fats as an energy source, like using carbohydrate as well, but more of fat. So I could feel myself going keto flu, which means I went into fat storage, not fat storage, fat burning mode. So overall, I was eating well on weekdays, except for Friday, and that's when the carbs came in. And I've been eating carbs every day until Tuesday. It occurred to me later on, like yesterday when I saw myself sitting in front of TV watching a movie on a weekday when I didn't have clients, and I was eating some biscuits. What was I eating yesterday? There was some, yeah, popcorn. Oh my God. Out of nowhere, I just decided to make popcorn and I had that. And that's when I realized, oh shit, I'm premenstrual. So that's why this is happening for me. Now, I have been premenstrual in the past and I have eaten on plan. I felt better. So I know it's not just the hormones which is causing me to crave more. Sometimes the hormones, the premenstrual, the progesterone and estrogen, which is dropping, it can lead to worsening of insulin resistance. But at the same time, it's like our emotions are so low that we go to food to feel better. So we have an option to not go to food and just like sit with the emotion or find out why are we feeling bad. In this case, if you're premenstrual, you might not find any reason why am I feeling bad, but most of the times, 99% of the times, you will find the reason why you're feeling bad. So I know my reason, and I'm going to talk about why I was feeling bad. But apart from that, I slept overall very well, 7+ hours on most days, except for when Mia's school started, then it became like 6.5+ hours interrupted sleep because, I was worried about her school and getting ready for school and all of that. I exercised every day. Most days, my step count was more than 10K steps. One day, I even had 15K steps when I went to buy something in a mall. I even started climbing stairs. I climb around nine-story building 2 or 3 times. I started my yoga practice. That started happening in the morning. There was some drama around it because what used to happen, I always want to finish my exercise and like before my family goes. But the thing is, um, before my kid goes to school or my husband goes to school, because I don't want to like exercise after they've gone. I just want to get to work. But this time I'm like, okay, no, we have all the time to work. We can take it easy. So now I wake up at like whatever 5:30 or something. I'll do my yoga while I'm preparing her lunch. Then I'll prepare her breakfast and then I will get them ready out and I will go for a walk. It's a bit sunny, it's a bit hot, but I can do it. I like the sun on my skin. It helps me with my hormones. That is something which has helped me. So we need the not just vitamin D, which happens with the sun, but just the ultraviolet radiation from the sun. That is important for the circadian rhythm to balance out your hormones. And biggest win was like I got my husband to exercise. And this is in mindset world, like we need to understand one thing: we cannot control anyone else, we can only control ourselves. But what I realized is we can also find aligning thoughts so that we can make them do what we want, and most humans are really good at that. They are very cheeky, and this is not cheeky, like I don't want to manipulate someone into doing what I want. I want, at least like if suppose I want my husband to exercise, there are times when like this exercise in the morning thing, like I want to go, I will get into like this fight mode and I will not let him just be okay to like, because he's trying to go inch by inch towards like exercising, and I'm like, okay, it's okay, I can wait, you go. So I was being very nice to him and like ensuring that he gets out of the house to exercise, and that happened. So that was like a big success for me. um I know it was me because the he didn't change. It was me who changed my mindset, and then he did something which I wanted him to do for the longest time. Anyway, so there are many things which worked. So what did not work? This week, as I said, I had lots of urges starting weekends. Like generally, Friday, Saturday, I will eat carb-rich foods, and then Sunday it reverts back to normal. But this Sunday, I was having such intense cravings for breakfast, so I had eggs and overnight oats, coffee, and cream, like all the things which is not on plan. I don't have breakfast; I just have black coffee. This is for weight loss. I will not do this when I'm trying to maintain. Very different distinction. So that happened. The breakfast craving was so high, and my daughter was going to go to school, and there was like some weird stuff happening. So I just had it. That happened. That did not work. Apart from that, that this situation might not happen again because or it might happen on Sundays. But I think if I stay focused on my black coffee and get to work plan, and like I review all the things that I have to do, if I do those things, I generally I will not have a breakfast, at least not for now. Plus, I like to have bread in breakfast, like at least a sourdough toast with butter. There was no sourdough toast. The breakfast I had was just eggs and overnight oats, and that was not even fun. So I was like, we're not doing this again. Let's just have a black coffee. It's not even worth it. So that I could access that sort of mindset. Apart from that, my previous nanny, I she just sent over this pancit, a Filipina dish, which Filipino dish, it's noodles, and she knows I love it, so she sent me a package of it, and it's like carbohydrates, refined carbs noodles, right? So it was really something which I I love. My daughter loves. I made sure that she eats. My husband can't eat because it had prawns in it. My husband is a vegetarian. So every day we were eating little, little. One day I had more of it because I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna eat it. And that night I had really poor sleep. But again, that night I also had some dark chocolate, this new one, which makes me jittery and awake at night. So I've been not having that dark chocolate and I've been sleeping peacefully. So there was that dish which was made by someone else and sent over. So that is a big another problem. Um, and most people, like when they get food like this, they would eat as much as they want, whatever is possible for them. But I always recommend if you have anything extra, you can give it to someone who might like it. I didn't do that because I was like, I want it all for myself. So there is that what happened. And finally we finished it little little. My daughter really likes it, so she was having it. Apart from that, Fridays I had like a lot of the restaurant foods were like protein wraps, pizza, cheese balls, hummus and crackers, strawberry cheesecake, cranberries, like dried cranberries. All of this was had because actually I would have had it anyway, but then I had more of it because my husband was not there. He was out going out for party with his friends, and I didn't have my usual partner, so food it is. On Saturday, I had some waffle, which I did not like. Like on weekends, I allow myself to have some refined carbohydrates. But then in the evening, I generally don't eat so much refined carbohydrates unless, like, I'm doing really good. And not as a reward, but as like, I know a little bit carbohydrates is not going to harm me. Like, I will still get to my goal. Like this week, I lost 300 grams, right? So now my brain is like, yeah, even when you ate so much carbs, you lost weight. So I think there's something happening. They are doing something with exercise, sleep, and movement, and your mind that you are entering ketosis. So it's okay if you eat a little carbohydrate. So anyway, I don't eat like really bad food. I don't. And I eat slowly, I eat mindfully. So even if I had many dishes, of refined carbohydrates, it will be lesser portions. And I'm very good at keeping the rest in the fridge, and so that I can have it later. Only times when I don't do that is when I'm like, listen, you better eat it now because otherwise you're gonna like keep on having those carb rich meals over the week. So that's why that's another obstacle I have. Or like I really like this triple Szechuan fried rice that we ordered. My husband ordered for me, not for him. So it's like only I would have that, and it was so good. It was so good, but it was so much more of rice and noodles that I don't know what I'll do next time. So this is what my brain says, but the solution I've come up with is that next time when you order that same dish, put a comment, give me less rice and give less noodles, give me more of meat. Let's see how that works out. I had as planned, I did have my alcohol, 1 unit every day. So Friday I had 30 ml, and Saturday I had 30 ml. But this time I didn't have Diet Coke. Instead, I had it with normal Coke and tonic water. Both had calories. So this week, what I got was like this. I didn't want to get Diet Coke as I got bored of it. Instead, I've gotten soda water. So I'm gonna have soda water, and maybe I'll add a fruit in it or something like that. Thinking of that, like maybe orange slice, and then have it like a cocktail. So that's my plan. Apart from that, this week there is Ganpati, so we will be going at friend's place. So I don't think I'll drink on Saturday. Friday, if I drink, it will be like with orange slice. Now I had given myself an exercise which was basically like try to remember what I ate in India. Um, just to like see if I remember things. But I didn't do that exercise because I was like, I might remember a lot of it. I know that. I'm pretty confident about it. But it's not the best use of my time. I would rather use that sort of focus time to do something else. So I didn't do that, which might be a sneaky way of my brain just like not working, not trying to do any assignments, which is also fine because brain is constantly working on like something something. And the more I align with my brain, the way it is, it's easier for me. Apart from that, I didn't clean up the social anxiety that I have in India, as I'm not going right now. That's what I came up with. Maybe I will look into it when I'm going next time, or just make peace with it that I do get social anxiety. I might like land up overeating, or I might like do weird things. That's okay. People who love me will still continue loving me. This is a very strong belief I hold, and it has always worked for me, and I know it will continue working for me unless they flip. I'm not flipping. I will be the way I am. Okay, so apart from that, there were like a lot of new realizations I had. One was like PMS is a real shit show for me. Like for sure, I will like see myself eating more carbs. But if I can interrupt a negative emotion, because that's what is making me emotionally eat, if I can catch that negative emotion early on, and sometimes, not sometimes, most of the times, it's like very basic and very stupid. Okay, it's not stupid, but it's like, it's not, it's not like some big trauma. It's like something like she didn't look at me that way or something weird. So if I can catch that early and regulate myself, I would be able to not emotionally eat. And if I don't emotionally eat, like, or if I eat it one time and I interrupt the next one, I will not get shame. I will not get build up that negative emotion, which again I will try to solve with food. So PMS leads to drop in hormones. It leads to more cravings because that's how we feel good. But also I'm thinking like I can keep a check on the weight fluctuation around the cycle and also my mood. If I see a lower number when I'm premenstrual, even when I ate a lot, that does not mean that you can just eat whatever I want. Like this time, I'm premenstrual. My period might come tomorrow. And yesterday, when I was eating so much carb and still I lost weight today, I was just like, huh? How did this happen? It happened because I was in ketosis. I was getting that neck pain, shaking, and also fat loss has happened already. It would have been probably a lower number if I had not eaten so much carbs, but just don't eat so much carbs because it's like telling a diabetic that it's okay, you can eat carbs. No, a diabetic's diabetes is going to worsen if they keep eating carbs. Anyone who has insulin resistance, PCOS, being overweight is similar to diabetes. Stay away from carbs. We have to stay away from refined carbs, refined sugars because it will catch up and you will get either weight gain or you'll get infections or you'll get like disturbance. Something will happen eventually. Also, what I realized is like this time, instead of taking pictures, I gathered data on a piece of paper like this. I just took one piece of paper and I divided it into 7 lines. So each day, And then I would just write whatever I've eaten, and I use a colored pencil to write about my emotions and stuff. If you can see, I could like gather data around my weight. So this is something which I came up with only because, my my phone storage was full, so I couldn't take pictures of the food. But since I'm at home, I could just enter on this. And it was really helpful. Um, and and I used to tell all my clients also, like, don't just follow my system of gathering data. It might overwhelm you. Come up with your own system of gathering data. And in this case, all I needed was just one piece of paper and a multicolored pen, and just I had to remember to write it, whatever I have eaten. Apart from that, there was one another big realization I had, that I do physically hard things easily compared to the emotionally hard things. Like I would go to exercise, I would walk in the sun, I will wake up at 4 a.m., I'll sleep at 8:30, I will like climb stairs. These are some weird things I do. I can do these things, but when it comes to emotional regulation, my brain will check out completely. Like yesterday, when the binging started, I could have just like interrupted it by regulating myself, right? Like just sit in here for like 5 to 10 minutes, count backwards from 100, and it would have slowed down, it would have stopped. But we don't generally do that because we are in that fear mode, and when we are in that fear mode, everything seems scary. Even sitting in a place like this can seem very scary because something bad is going to happen, you need to be alert. But if you just look around, and you can do the 5 4 3 2 1 grounding technique, where you look at five things around you which show you that you're safe. Like maybe I'm the door is closed, there is no loud noise, there is in light in my house, I can see the light, I can see that I have internet. So five things which show me that I'm safe, five things that I can hear which are showing me I'm safe, five things, oh sorry, four things which I can hear, three things that I can smell which are showing me that I'm safe, two things which I can taste which are showing me that I'm safe, one thing that I can touch that is showing me that I'm safe. This is a once you find that you're safe, then go and sit. Like sometimes that is enough to just break that pattern or that loop of fear base. But just otherwise, just sit down, count backwards, or even if you can't do that, you don't have time to sit in a place, just slow down your breathing intentionally. Breathe out very slowly. Like right now I'm talking like this, right? And I'm talking with every breath out. The words are coming out with breath. So slow it down. That will reduce the heart rate, that will activate the parasympathetic, that will activate the regulate the nervous system. That's all I have to do. You have to do before I emotionally eat. And yet I did not do that because my brain will do that. So now this is something which I'm going to work on. This is the hard thing that I'm going to do, emotional regulation this week. Apart from that, I caught myself feeling extremely low after a hot shower. And so I started taking cold showers. And I don't have that low feeling anymore. Also, one event that generated shame makes me feel so bad that I kept eating and then feeling shame. I need to break that pattern, as I said, with the meditation. Now, what is the plan for the coming week? Same plan: water, 2.5 liters in a day, electrolytes, at least in one glass of water, black coffee, 2 cups. First meal will be by around 2 p.m. If I'm feeling too low or I have clients, I might have it earlier. But first meal is going to be tea with cream with one sweetener, with nuts and with dark chocolate, because I don't want to have it at night. I might snack on nuts in between only if I'm hungry. If I'm not hungry and I have the craving, I will finish the work first. If I'm too emotionally activated, I will regulate myself. Also, before having dinner, I want to build a new habit of drinking 500 ml of water before dinner, or maybe after dinner, somewhere there. Not no, not after dinner, because otherwise you'll keep waking up to pee. Before dinner is better. Dinner is going to be chicken or fish or eggs with some veggies and fruits. Exercises, I'm going to do my yoga. And then I'm going to walk plus run in between, like a high intensity exercise, and stairs as well. Stairs is a brilliant high intensity because when you're going up, the heart rate increases. While coming down, heart rate slows down. Heart rate increases, slows down. It's perfect for I had knee injury and my still knees are not hurting, so I'm just like building these muscles around my knees. And it's excellent for core as well because in between the lights will go off and then I have to like balance myself in the dark until I reach the light. It's a very trippy experience. I will sleep 6.5 to 7.5 hours every night. I will frequently regulate my nervous system with prolonged breaths. And on weekends, on Friday, there's going to be a meal takeaway. On Saturday, it will be an outside meal. I will finish my carbs on Saturday itself, preferably, and get back on plan on Sunday. I really hope by September I should get to 50 kilos. So, do I think I will lose weight this week? Well, if I manage my emotions on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then yes, I will. This is perfect time as I'm premenstrual, and managing my emotions this week is the work for me. Let's see if I can catch my brain going off early in fear. If I catch it early, then I can interrupt it early. This is the coaching I give my clients, and I'm going to use the coaching which I give my clients for myself. And since I'm premenstrual, suppose if I get, like, let's do this calculation, okay? All my clients love doing it. You might also love doing it. If I do everything right, suppose I'm like 51 next week, next Wednesday, if my weekend goes well, then next Wednesday, 50, 51.5, then 51, then 50.5, then 50. In 4 Wednesdays, I'll be like 50 kilos. Weekend, I have to tighten. That's it. But then again, there will be premenstrual weight gain and cravings and all. So if I can manage my mind around the emotional eating that I do, I think I will be successful. Friday, Saturday, these two core days, I have to really tighten my protocol. Let's see how it goes. All right. That's it for today. I will see you next time. Bye.